Hello future CS, welcome back to my channel again, your one-stop guide for everything related to CA exams. If you are new here, I am Pooja, a chartered accountant. I have an experience of working for Ernst & Young and KPMG, and I help CA aspirants like you succeed with practical tips, strategies and support. So today we are discussing a very important and commonly misunderstood area under the GST, that is the eligibility for the composition scheme under the section 10 of the CGST Act. We'll break this down using a practical case study of B&D, a partnership firm. Step by step we'll determine whether they can opt for composition scheme. So please get a notebook and note down the key points. So I have created a separate playlist for this named CA Final IDT Presentation Series. The link has been given in the description below. You can watch the videos from the given link. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe. Every subscription works like a motivation for me and it also makes my day. So guys, when you visit my channel, do check out the playlist section. You will find several curated playlists for the CA final exams. Make sure to explore them and watch the videos in order to get maximum benefit from each topic. So let's read the adjustment that we have for today. So first let's read out this question. Determine whether B&D, a partnership firm registered under GST, is eligible to opt for composition levy under section 10(1) and 10(2) of the CGST Act in the current financial year, assuming that its aggregate turnover in the preceding financial year is less than rupees 150 lakh and it's engaged in making only intrastate supply of goods from its warehouse. So first let's analyze this question and try to answer this. So B&D is a partnership firm and it is registered under the GST Act and it wants to opt for composition levy under section 10(1) and section 10(2). And the aggregate turnover in the preceding financial year is less than rupee 150 lakh. And this firm makes only intrastate outward supply of goods from its warehouse. So first let's see the basic eligibility conditions for levying the composition scheme. So the first condition is the turnover limit should be less than 150 lakh in the preceding financial year. So B&D, it is given that the preceding financial year the turnover was less than 150 lakh. So this condition is met. The next condition is only intrastate supply should be made. So yes, this condition is also fulfilled. Next is the third condition is it should be a registered person. So in the question itself it is given that B&D partnership firm is registered under the GST Act. So this third condition is also met. So prima facie this B&D firm can opt for composition scheme. But now let's examine some tricky additional information which is usually given in the exam and it creates confusion. So here we have two conditions. We will see each of them. So first let's see condition number 1 here. So condition number 1. B&D is a manufacturer of a taxable product P and another product Q exempt by the way of notification. So let's see whether in this case B&D will be eligible for composition scheme. So first we'll see the relevant provisions of section 10 of the CGST Act. So as per section 10(1), a registered person whose aggregate turnover in the preceding financial year does not exceed rupees 150 lakh and in case of special category state, that is the limit is rupees 75 lakh, may opt to pay tax under the composition scheme. Now let's see section 10(2). Under section 10(2), the following persons are not eligible to opt for the composition levy. So there are some exclusions from this composition scheme. Now let's see what are those. So the first exclusion is person engaged in supply of services except those permitted. Exclusion number 2, persons making interstate outward supply of goods. Exclusion number 3, persons supplying goods through an e-commerce operator required to collect TCS. Exclusion number 4, persons engaged in manufacture of notified goods such as ice cream, pan masala, tobacco. Exclusion number 5, casual taxable persons and non-resident taxable persons. So as per this case, in the question it is given that B&D is manufacturer of a taxable product P and another product Q which is exempt by the way of notification. So supply of an exempt goods is not a disqualification. So in this disqualification list, exempt goods are not coming. So supply of exempt goods is not considered a disqualification. Now let's apply the above sections to the case given in hand. So B&D is a manufacturer of taxable product P. It also manufactures an exempt product Q by the virtue of a notification. So in both of these cases, the B&D can opt for composition scheme. So this exempt product, this is not a restriction under section 10(2). And B&D firm, it makes only intrastate supplies. So first we discussed 3 conditions. So the 3 conditions has to be met to be eligible for composition scheme, and out of the 3 conditions, 1 condition was that the person should supply only intrastate. So that condition also is being satisfied, and the turnover in the preceding year should be less than 150 lakh. So that is also satisfied in this case. And it is also not manufacturer of any notified goods, that is this tobacco, ice cream, pan masala, etc. So this condition is also satisfied. So none of the conditions of ineligibility are triggered in this case. So now let's see the conclusion for this. So B&D partnership firm is eligible to opt for composition scheme under section 10(1) and section 10(2) of the CGST Act, since the manufacturer of exempt goods does not restrict the taxpayer from opting for the composition scheme. So in this first condition, B&D are eligible to opt for the composition scheme. So now in the question there is one more hidden condition. So let's unlock that and see the answer for that. So condition number 2, B&D is engaged in trading of aerated waters. So let's see in case of this condition whether they can opt for the composition scheme or no. So under GST, manufacturers of certain notified goods like aerated waters, pan masala, tobacco, ice cream are not eligible to opt for composition scheme. But this prohibition applies only to manufacturers and not to the traders. So let's see the key point now. So nature of business and eligibility of composition scheme. So in this case, in the question, they have mentioned that B&D is trader of the aerated waters. So manufacturer of aerated waters, composition scheme is not eligible. But for trader of aerated waters, composition scheme is eligible. So let's see the conclusion in this case. So since B&D is a trader and not a manufacturer of aerated waters, it is eligible to opt for the composition scheme. Because only manufacturer of certain notified goods are prohibited from opting for the composition scheme. However, traders of aerated waters can opt for the composition scheme. So that's it guys for today's episode. So I hope this video made this concept crystal clear. So these type of tricky conditions are commonly tested in the CA IDT exams. So make sure you like and share the video and also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next part of this series. All the best with your preparation and I will see you all in the next video.